And they're doing a pretty good job at the moment. It's Doug Ross, I think, on the front, doing a very solid job indeed, and deploying his particular talents, significant and numerous as indeed they are, by setting an agenda that's going to make it really difficult for that peloton to come back together. Approaching the final 4 kilometres, and Wallen's doing most of the legwork here to try and keep this this group of 2. Looking for a turn. Is he going to get it? It's a really sort of a low cadence, easy style that he's got. I can assure you he's probably screaming with the effort, and it's doing a really impressive job of holding off this peloton, albeit you would suggest that it's still very much in control. Now starting this road furniture, causing separations in that peloton, but the Team Visma Lisa bike squad have managed to make their way up. Team Picnic Post NL, hard on the left-hand side of the picture. They'll be happy with that. For the first time, we're seeing the team of the overall race leader, Mads Pedersen, third in line, 2 teammates in front of him, but teams and riders crowding around, spilling around the front.
Yeah, this is the big push to that right corner now. It's the big road. This is where it's almost going to be that washing machine effect that we described the peloton a lot, where there's just always riders moving up all the time. There's a circulation of riders here, and holding your position in the front is really, really difficult. But the big push is because they're coming to that right corner where they know they're going to go from 10 riders wide to no more than 2 riders wide. So if you're not in the front here, you're going to really struggle to come back into position.
Inside 3 to go for Malberg and Wallen. Their time out front is going to come to an end because there's another surge from that main peloton. They sweep across to the right-hand side of the road. The Lotto squad want to put Milan Menton into prime position. They've done so much of the chasing today. They feel they've earned the right, and they've got the riders to deploy with 2.5 kilometres remaining. As a massive effort coming down into this pinch point corner. Who's going to own it as they work their way down into this right-hander?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one here, and we're seeing big push there. Alpecin de Koenig look like they've got a few guys there in the front, and like you say, Lotto were doing a really good job there on that main road, but just slip back now a little bit.
Oh, more riders down. It's one of the little Trek squad that has hit the deck there, and I think pinch point is the only way to describe that one. It's Gibbons, Ryan Gibbons indeed, key lead-out man for Mads Pedersen, who's not available. So Pedersen in that blue jersey, overall race leader's jersey, looked to be in prime position, and it looked pretty perfect indeed about a kilometre ago. I think it's still looking pretty good. He's in that top 10.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's put himself in the front position there just to be out of trouble. And you can see here, although we're now operating inside this 3K to go rule, it's still very difficult for riders if there's splits in the peloton and what the commissaires are going to deem was the peloton. So everyone will still be nervous to hold this position, but also Mads Pedersen in his own right can do a really good finishing sprint here.
He certainly can. He's got Søren Kragh Andersen, the national champion of Denmark, who's going to escort the former world champion and the man in the blue jersey, the overall race leader, in prime position as he slots in behind the Lotto squad. Spotted them coming up and around the outside. So Pedersen was latching onto the coattails of the Alpecin de Koenig squad, but they've changed tack here in the Alpecin de Koenig squad for Philipsen. And look, as we see so many other teams and riders, national team Denmark, you've got Visma Lisa bike also starting to move up into, and the Uno X squad have put their man into prime position through these final bends and into the closing moments of this second stage of the Tour of Denmark. Into that final bend, and the road widens, but are you in position, and do you have the strength to present your rider into where he needs to be? Milan Menton waiting to fire. He's on the tail of the 2 riders from the Uno X squad. Meanwhile, coming with a late surge up and on the left-hand side. It's a late bid and a somewhat surprising bid for a late attack, and could this possibly manage to survive? Well, that would be extraordinary. Stampe is going to be overwhelmed, and no surprise, it's Akoff that's coming with a surge. He's going to lead this one out and lead the charge to the line for the Picnic Post NL squad, but coming around the outside, Uno X certainly going to get it. Baron Gold, absolutely no doubt about that one. Perfectly judged and perfectly delivered for the Uno X squad as they take the glory on stage 2 into Glen Sachs. And well, it was a hectic finale. It was So much was happening, left, right and centre, but ultimately the glory going to the Uno X squad, and well, they've much to celebrate as Søren Werenskjold delivers another wonderful victory. It's been a fabulous year for the 25-year-old, and he's come up with another good one.